Welcome RidgeLife, I'm Tim, and today on Ramblings, I have hit the ground running since I got back from 3 Mississippi at the Sip of Freedom Weekend Festival there down in Mid-South Mississippi. We had a great time, and guys, when I say hit the ground running, I kind of mean hit the ground hobbling as fast as I can. Can you hear? The air conditioner on the Ridge crib is running. Okay, because it's hot outside. It's like 98 degrees, 100% humidity. But what's it running on? It's running on 100% solar off-grid. That's right. I have got an AC 240 from Blue Eddy with about, let's see, 720 watts of solar panels inputting into it. Yeah, baby. Thanks to, that's right, Elvis, we got solar off-grid. And that's thanks to David from Come On Homesteading. He gave me, did you watch the video where I helped him review the Blue Eddy AC 240? That's the one where I'm sitting there giving all the tech specs, and he throws water on me and the Blue Eddy. Then he throws baby powder on me and the Blue Eddy. We pour the water out, we dust off the baby powder, and we plug the Ridge crib into it, and we run it. So I knew it would run it. Well, David has a bunch of power banks, right? So I helped him with some video reviews, and he was kind enough to give me the AC 240. That's right, he gave me that huge power bank. Now it is running the Ridge crib right now, and that AC unit on there is about a 1600 watt AC unit. You're like, Tim, you're not pulling in quite the watts you need. That is true, but I do have 2 battery bank extensions, right? It had the big AC 240 and then the big, was it the B100s, B whatever they are, the big 2 giant battery bank extensions. So I've got a lot of capacity, and I've been running it all morning on solar and then the battery backup. Now, most likely this afternoon, I'm gonna have to plug the generator into it, power or recharge the batteries, and I'm curious how long that's gonna take. Now, I am still down here next to Grandma Carol's, and I do have water and power available. I'm doing this as a trial, because if I can get this successful, maybe I can move the Ridge crib up to the top of the ridge before I get the solar bank, the solar panels on the carport and the solar power shed built. That would be really cool. That means I could do it much sooner. What I do need is water, okay? And the well drilling machines are coming today. That's right, today. I talked to the well drillers, and they're gonna bring the equipment out this evening and stage it and start bright and early in the morning. That's right. I'm gonna have water up on the ridge by the end of this week, that's for sure. It is so hot out here, goodness gracious. But yes, just got back from 3 Mississippi, Freedom Weekend, Sip of Freedom they called it. It was an amazing time. You know, this is the 4th annual Freedom Weekend. The first one was at the 41.36, hosted by 3 Mississippi. Well, the first one was at the 41.36, hosted by Simple Life Reclaim and Country Road Cure. The second annual was also there. I did not get to go to the second annual. Second annual is the one where they burned down Mel and Gary's house, at least the roof of their basement. Almost burned it down. Burnt part of it, that's for sure. So that was the second annual. Third annual was at David's from Come On Homestead, and I got to go to that one. That was very fun. This one was down there at Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. So, and they held no punches. They set the bar high, that's for sure, because next Freedom Weekend is going to be right here on the ridge, and I've got a lot of ideas of how to make it fun and interesting for the family, that's for sure. But again, Mike and Sid did an amazing job. The water slide for the kids was a super hit. It was 40 feet long and 20 feet tall, a little pool at the bottom. Matter of fact, a lot of adults hit that thing all day long. They had a firing range hosted by a professional range master. That's right, safety first. Safety's off, but safety first, that's for sure. And then of course, the food was amazing. They did a shrimp boil. Oh, the corn on the cob was spicy from the shrimp boil. And I ate so many shrimp, oh my goodness. Mike did 3 Boston butts on the smoker. We had all kinds of breakfast casseroles and breakfast burritos. Let's see, we also had, oh my goodness, what was some other food we had? We had desserts, and the Masons brought this amazing loaded potato salad. Anyway, just lots and lots of really good food. And then it culminated with a fireworks display that was semi-professional. It was about 15 minutes long, but it was non-stop. Kabang, kabang, go whistle, whistle, kabang, kabang, go boom, kaboom, da 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 da, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, it was not your average personal fireworks display where you go no, or occasional boom. No. This was boom, 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 boom. I'm not kidding. There are some clips out there. I got a little bit of video, okay, guys? I did get a little bit of video. You guys have seen fireworks before. I'm not going to show you a 20-minute fireworks display. I promise. On my Sip of Freedom weekend video, you'll not see 20 minutes of fireworks. I promise. I promise. But you will see some unique views of all of the family that showed up there. I believe me and Sid and I, were probably the only 2 that really did a lot of videoing. I did not stick my camera in a lot of people's faces and all that. I was kind of more on the sidelines, watching people just have fun and do things. I talked to a few people, but I really just wanted you to get a feel for what it was like to be there, okay? And hopefully I'll have that video. Sid's video is going to be out tomorrow, Tuesday. Of course, she's the host. Let her have her video, or not let. She's the host. They're going to get their video out first, and then I'll get mine out later in the week. What I'm working on right now is my Arkansas Wild Hog Adventure. That's right, when me and Anthony and David went on our motorcycle ride. It was Gary from Simple Life Reclaim's birthday, so we had a really good time at that event, and that's probably my next video. Then of course I've got a lot of really good content coming. I got some a new 20-foot equipment trailer and some new equipment on the Ridge. That'll be a video out very soon. Morgan, my son, helped me with that. I think you'll be excited to see that coming. Of course, I'm going to be using that equipment very soon, okay? Because the Ridge needs it. The Ridge needs it. Some of you may guess what that is. Guess down below what you think the new equipment I got from Tractor Supply is, okay? It was 2 pieces of equipment. I went, got the trailer, got up there. Really didn't need the trailer. One of them was pretty big. One of them was heavy. It took 3 people to get loaded up on the trailer. I'm glad we didn't have to put it in the truck, that's for sure. It would have scratched a lot of things up. Guess what it is, okay? Just guess down below what you think it is. So, I was given a huge opportunity, an honor. I got to lead a devotional Sunday morning down there at Sid and Mike's at 3 Mississippi. And I did it on faith and faithfulness, and why a lot of us want and ask for more faith when really we should just be being more faithful. If you missed it, it's over there on RidgeLife Lessons. It was a Lessons from the Ridge, and guys, it's already got like 6,000 views. I was really surprised at how a faith-based video over there on that channel has gotten that many views. Because typically my faith-based videos don't really reach out to that big of an audience. But it was down there at 3 Mississippi, and there were a lot of family channels there. You'll see them in the video. So if you haven't seen that yet, go over there to RidgeLife Lessons, and you'll see my Freedom Weekend devotional on faithfulness. So fun. I'm just so blessed by that video. Couple mean people came out of the woodwork because saying that there was some karma involved because Anthony and Roxanne lost Lillian. During the firing range, Lillian escaped from Roxanne. Roxanne was nowhere near the firing range, neither was Lillian. They were up at the house. The firing range was hundreds of yards away, but it was loud. And Lillian's her little bitty, I don't know, Chihuahua, Dachshund, I don't, just a little bitty dog. And you've seen Lillian from Country Road Cure. Well, anyway, she ran off from essentially Roxanne's arm. She pretty much, she was right there, and she saw her run off. She's like, ah, Lily. And some commenters were saying, you know, that it's just terrible. Just terrible people saying some terrible things. But we all looked for her. Everyone did ride-arounds and searched the property. Did not find Lillian. Well, the next day, well, actually that evening, the next day evening, Sid had put it out to all the neighbors to look out for Lillian, sent pictures and all that. And neighbors found her, saw her. And Jason and Tara from White Rock were still there, and Jen, not my Jen, but Mike and Sid's friend Jen. They went all driving, you know, trying to, and then they saw her. They saw Lillian, and they could not get close to her. Well, then more people started reporting they saw her, and it was pretty good little distance away from Mike and Sid's. Anyway, they corralled her and tried to get her to go back towards their property, at least away from the highway and everything. So they have not been able to catch her yet, but it's a good sign that she's out there, she's safe, she's now staying away from the main highway, because they live on a gravel road. They live out in the country on a gravel road. When I say highway, it's a 2-lane county highway, you know what I'm saying? But she is out there, she is safe right now. Neighbors are putting food out and water, and some people may end up putting some live traps to catch her, you know. The big box kind, when she goes in, gets the food, the little door closes behind her, not gonna hurt her, not gonna hurt her. So cross our fingers, Lillian gets found. It was more crazy things happened than that. I mean, I know for Anthony and Roxanne that's the worst thing, but there was more crazy things. Mike from Drifting Dreamers 5 drifter down, oh my gosh, within 2 hours of getting there. He's on an e-bike, imagine that. He's on an e-bike and he's running through the field. La, 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 butterfly! Oh, look at the butterfly! Boom, 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 boom. He hits a ditch. There's a little road that goes right down the middle of the field, and there's a culvert, and there's a ditch that runs. It's a drainage ditch for the field. And he's on, oh, look at a pretty butterfly! And he gets off the path and he hits the ditch next to the culvert, and he head over heels it. That's right, Elvis, he head over heeled it. He head over heeled it, and he came down on his chest and neck and head and shoulders, and oh, and he was hurting. Tara, from White Rock, the nurse, she's a registered nurse. She ministered first aid to him, made sure, he kind of went into shock there a little bit. His blood pressure dropped to like double digits, like really, really low, really, really low, really, really low. And he's hurt, so she put a brace on him and got him some lidocaine patches, and just some first aid, and recommended he go to the emergency room. Well, he was too much having fun in the family, so he did not go to the emergency room that night. He has since been to the emergency room. The update is good. I'm gonna let him give you the update on that. He should probably already have a update on Drifting Dreamers 5 or Dreaming with Drifters. Go check that out if you want to know, but I've already been told he's doing well, but he'll tell you what the doctors found, okay? Well, then not too long after that, Lissa from Drifting Dreamers 5 had an incident, a health incident. She'd been out in the sun with the kids, watching the kids, making sure they were safe, the water slide and all that. Well, she started to overheat. Heat stress and heat exhaustion was a thing, for sure. It was so hot, so humid down there in Mississippi. Mid-central Mississippi. Mid-central? Is that a thing? Central Mississippi, North Central. And her blood pressure, instead of dropping like Mike's did, hers went really high. And she was, ooh. So we got her in the Ridge crib, let her cool off in the air conditioning. Again, Nurse Tara administered first aid, made sure she was safe. Blood pressure came down to a normal level, got her fluids in her, hydrator, electrolytes, and all that stuff. And gladly to say she's doing fine as well. She's doing fine. Now David from Come On Homestead, on the other hand, he, goodness gracious, that boy, he loaded up a big load onto his trailer, and he had that little bitty old Chevy pulling it, right? The thing looked like this going down the road. The tongue weight was like, and it looked like a Carolina squat on that Chevy. He was loaded down so much. You know, them Chevys really can't tow much, right? And he was towing, and he went the back roads all the way into Arkansas from down Mississippi, and which may have been a mistake because the roads were rough. And he pulled into some places, and go watch his last Keeping It Real video, because he had some experiences. He definitely had some experiences down there that he wasn't happy with. Made it back home though, which is a good thing. We all made it back home. I talked to almost all the family that went. Oh my goodness, we had so much fun though. Jen had a good time. She was hot. She felt the effects of it too. But the Ridge crib did fine. All the family, the kids had so much fun. Again, we did the devotional on Sunday. The food was amazing. Can't wait till next year. I've already said, because Mike and Sid were so busy hosting. David, when he did it, so busy cooking and hosting. And of course, 41.36, same thing. I'm gonna have my favorite taco truck come in. We'll probably do burgers, brats, and dogs at lunch, and maybe a shrimp boil at lunch. But then in the evenings, I think I'm gonna have a taco truck come in. Or maybe the evening of the first night and the lunch of the second day, and then we'll do the shrimp boil at night. We'll figure something out. But a taco truck that does queso and chips and salsa and chips and street tacos, street corn, tamales, all those amazing things, I think would be really easy for everybody. So I'll set up like, you know, what's your minimum? I'll ask them what their minimum is. Then if anything over that, I'll pay in excess. Then I'll pay the minimum for them to be here. I think that would do really good. Of course, we'll get maybe a water slide, a bouncy house, some sort of adult pool, blow-up pool with water, because that's one thing that was missing, a place for the adults to cool down. It was just so hot. Oh my goodness, so hot. But yeah, so right now the Ridge crib is running on solar. Let me check the Blue Eddy app. Let's see what the Blue Eddy app says. The Blue Eddy app says, where's it at here? There it is. I have got, I've got 45% battery life, and I've been going for 5 hours. Been going for 5 hours, so it is going down. So I'm probably gonna have to charge it. But if I can get it charged up before the evening, and then of course in the evening the air conditioner the compressor doesn't run as much. When the compressor's not running, it runs about 300 watts. And then whenever the compressor's running, it runs 16 to 1800 watts. So I'm very hopeful, because before I said I was definitely not moving the Ridge crib up there until I had my big giant solar array, my battery bank powerhouse, shed to powerhouse done. But might be able to try it. Might be able to move. As soon as I get water, water's the big thing, right? I can come down here and I can do some honey wagon sewer stuff, and you know, I can take care of that. But water is the big thing, and electricity. And being off grid and being up there at the build site should really spur me to get going, right? Get done. I'm going back to work here mid-August, and I'd like to be settled and smooth. That way I can get the foundation going and get some other things going. Of course, I'll be taking off those days. I know I got to take vacation after just being but to monitor that progress. And then, of course, doing my barn build myself and other things before fall gets here, before winter gets here. That way we can really hit the ground running with a lot of that done. We'll have water, we'll have power. I'll be living up there. We'll have the foundation built. We got the driveway, all the land cleared, maybe even the septic. I can get the barn built, get all that done before winter hits, and then get through the winter, and then spring, start on the eco panels of Tennessee SIPs and timber frame on the barn dominium, and really hit it hard next summer. Really hit it hard. And I got some plans on how I'm gonna get this done. I really can't really elaborate on all of them right now. But you're going to be excited about it. I promise. I really promise you're going to be excited about it. I know, Elvis, I'm out of water. So I'm out of water, and I got some more editing to do, and I got to make sure I listen out for the well drillers, because I want to make sure you get to see them arriving and setting their equipment up. Going to be fun. So guys, until next time, I hope everyone has a blessed day. Keep rambling. And go Ridge Life.